So hello. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at latricelimited.com. So today we're gonna talk about people in their feelings. They not just mad, they big mad, y'all.
You mad. You big mad.
They are mad out here, okay? So this lady and her family, it's a British family, okay? They came to the United States of America to go to Universal Studios. As you guys know, that is in Florida. I've gone to Disney World, so I've never been to Universal Studios, so I'm not sure exactly, what it looks like, but it's all the same kind of stuff. It's all owned by Disney, they do their stuff, okay? So they got mad and they put all this stuff all on the social medias, and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe I spent $1,113 today. Right? So I'm like, okay. Well, what's going on? Okay? Because as we know, theme parks are not cheap, y'all. I don't know who thought that theme parks were cheap. Even when I used to go to Six Flags, that's the one cheap, okay? Because you paying $12 for a funnel cake, you paying, if you want a hot dog, you paying for that, you're paying for this. Popcorn costs, $15, and it's like, okay, y'all. So y'all have to understand that this stuff ain't cheap. You have to know that, okay? Apparently this lady and her family didn't know it, so they put all this stuff out there. So it says a British family goes to Universal Studios, leaves speechless, gasping for air after spending $1,113 in a single day. Okay. So they put that up there. Here's a little picture. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I spent that much. How did that happen in one day? As you can see from the picture, there are 4 people. Okay. So let's just keep that in mind. This is a cost for not 1, not 2, but 4 people. Okay. So they said, guess how much we spent in one day at Universal Studios, Florida. Wait till the end and you ain't gonna believe it. This is us getting breakfast at Wendy's. First of all, this was $21. So for a family of 4, for $21, okay, that's about $5.25 per person, okay, which that's fine. Now, you did say that you went to Universal Studios, okay, and this whole thing is about Universal Studios, but you are adding in Wendy's that ain't at Universal Studios. But let's keep it going, okay? She shows the receipt and everything. Boom. It said, then we pay for parking at Universal, 27 cents. Now she said 27 cents, but she meant dollars, okay? I know they use pounds over there, but she meant dollars. Speaking of refillable drink, which was mainly spilt, that was $19. So she shows parking was $27, okay, for her car that had 4 people in there. And she got a refillable drink that was $19. Now let's just round that up. Okay, well, no, let's just do that. Okay, so we got 19 divided by 4 people. That's $4.75 a person, which, I mean, what are you expecting at a theme park? $1 iced tea? I mean, McDonald's doesn't even do the $1 iced tea anymore. So yeah, you're going to have to cough up some money. I mean, that's really what it is. So $4.75, but you're going to be there a whole day. Okay. And not only are you going to be a whole day, but you also have a refillable drink. You could get free refills from this. Why not just fill it up? That's what I don't get. You're over here complaining, then you saying that you could refill it, but then you're like, oh, it's spilt. Well, I mean, no, no one's like, the son's not like, okay, spilled drink on mom. Check. No one's doing that. So I think that was a bit much on her part. Okay. Then, she then said, then we got lunch and it was $62. Got some burgers and some fries. Okay. Now, from what I see in this picture, you can only see 2 burgers and then you see another thing of fries. Now, I don't know if this was 4 fries because I see something else. And maybe that, okay, so that's a salad. Okay, so you got a salad which you could have cut cost on, because we know these places be upcharging on these salads, y'all. I make a bomb salad, okay, and my salad, I ain't charging you no $12 for it, okay, but that's what they do. You could have easily taken that out, okay, because I know salads are expensive. But then you're like, okay, we got some burgers and fries. How many burgers did you get? You show a picture of 2. Did you only get 2 burgers though? Because if you got a burger for him, and you could have gotten 2 burgers with the fries, getting extra fries. So 2 burgers, 3 fries, no salad, and then that would have cut costs down just a little bit more. You get what I mean? So it's all about sharing stuff, all right? Because what it looks like on here, it said you got a chicken salad, and then you got 3 bacon cheeseburgers. Okay, so because it says 4 items are sold, and you're like, oh my god, it's $62. Well, you could have gotten 2, so you could have taken $1 off. So let's just see. That was what, 46.47. We're going to divide that by 3. So each burger was around $15.49. Okay, you could have taken out a burger that would have saved you your $15.49. And then you could have taken out that Caesar salad, plus that Caesar salad. We're going to do $15.49 plus the $12.49. You could have saved almost $30 just by taking out that Caesar salad and the other burger. Cut that in half. You get a half, I get a half. We got fries, and then boom, we're good to go. But you didn't do that, okay? My point is, it's like, with a lot of these theme parks, you got the Universal Studios, you have the Six Flags, you got all of this stuff. It's expensive. It's like saying, oh my God, I want to go to New York for a vacation, which I'm actually going to be doing pretty soon. But yeah, it's like, even with me, I'm planning on going to New York pretty soon. Well, not pretty soon, but it's going to be coming up. And for me, I know I'm going to be saving money. I'm be saving money and make sure all these bills are paid off, these cards over here paid off, and get all that. And I'm gonna make sure I have cash on hand and make sure my credit cards are good to spend. Hotels, whatever we're doing, food, attractions, museums, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna make sure that I have all of the money that I need to have available. I look prior. Okay, how much is this museum charging? Oh, it's free? Then it's for me. Okay, or oh, it's $22. Okay, let me add that into my budget. $22. Okay, food, I don't know, I think I'm gonna spend about X amount. Let me go and look at other people's reviews. I'm not gonna do that personally because I don't really care. I know how much approximately I'm going to be spending on this, so I don't really care that much. But if you're going to be going to a theme park, you need to know this kind of stuff, because they purposely bring those prices up. They purposely inflate those prices up for people like you that we know is coming. You coming all the way from the UK, boo. You got money. You have money. So you're going to spend that stuff here. The mouse always gets paid, So that's pretty much what's going on. She said, then we only bought one souvenir, and it was a Harry Potter World, $42 plus the pen. And I'm looking at the souvenir. This is a journal, yo. This is your souvenir, okay? I don't know if your husband is digging it or whatever the case may be, but this is your souvenir. You like Harry Potter. These kids don't care anything about a journal. So you spent $42 on yourself. Don't complain. That was all on you, okay? And yes, in New York, I am planning on going to the Harry Potter store, okay? I am definitely 100% planning on going. And yes, I am splurging. Any other stuff, any other place, I'm like, that's too much money. But this is a Harry Potter store. You know what I mean? So I will be splurging. So yes, you are going to be splurging for the brand Harry Potter. Everyone knows it. You will be splurging. You didn't want to buy it. You didn't have to buy it. No one put a gun, no one forced you to spend $42 on a journal. But you wanted that journal as a collector's item, I'm going to assume. So what you complain about? She said, then later in the afternoon, we got ice cream and fake smiles. This is $19, and I got a coffee because I was fading fast by that point. So you got your two boys ice cream, and maybe even the dad, but I only see, she didn't put a picture of him in there, but you said $19. Okay, so pretty much either ice cream is $10 or it's a little bit less if he got one as well. You went to Wendy's for breakfast, boo. You could have easily said, you're gonna get dessert when we get home. You could have easily said that. Or you're gonna get dessert not when we get home, when we get to the hotel, or right when we leave. You go and get dessert. We'll get one of those Wendy Frosties. I know they got the strawberry flavor. I never had that one yet. You could easily said that. But no, you want to spend the $20 there. Okay? So then she got the receipt up. Like, oh my God, this is how much we spent. Da da da. I'm going to assume it was 3 regular cones because it said 4 items are sold. I'm assuming maybe it was 3. I don't know. But then it said, oh yeah, then she said, then we paid for dinner, not too bad, $34 at Burger King. And oh my gosh, you guys, $483 for the tickets for the park. Okay. And it said $396. We're going to round it up to $400 for the fast passes. I ain't waiting around in any queue with a 6-year-old. Would you pay that? And even with this, okay? So you paid $483. Let's do a little bit of math. You see me reaching over. Hopefully I put the calculator up when I do this. So we got 483 divided by 4 people. That's about $121 a person. Okay. So that's not, I mean, you're going to Universal Studios. Okay. You're not going to Six Flags. This is a higher echelon kind of thing that you're doing. So you're spending $121 a person. That's not too bad. I know with tickets, they do have different kinds of deals. Okay. They have different kinds of deals where you could group things, you get a meal, and it all comes with the package and all that. So maybe you didn't pay your 60 something over here. Maybe you just added that into the ticket price and maybe it was 40 or 50, whatever the case may have been for that particular combo in tickets. You didn't do that. Okay. And you mad. Then you got $346, which we're going to round it up to $400 and divide that by 4. That's $100 a person extra just for fast pass. And you're saying, well, I'm not going to be in the queue waiting on the, with the 6-year-old. Would you do that? Heck no, I ain't doing that. I'm not $400 extra just so my 6-year-old isn't, jittery and getting upset. I mean, cool. If you want to do that. Or maybe it should have been you in that 6-year-old or your husband in that 6-year-old. And I don't know, maybe if you guys need to split, maybe they go over here, you go over here or something like that. I mean, that could have cut the cost down a little bit. Personally, I'm just like this. I wouldn't have done that. If freaking $400 for a kid. So you don't have to wait in line, and that's I'm good. So here I'm gonna just pay my way above all these peasants over here, and I mean that's the cost. That's the cost. You want to ride in main cabin, or do you want to ride in first class? You're both going to the same location. Which one would you rather have? Would you like the Comfort Plus? Would you like the premium seating? Or do you want that first class over there? You said, I don't want that little main cabin. I want that first class. And you paid for first class. And now you mad. I don't get it. That kind of stuff doesn't make any sense to me. You knew what you were signing up for. But yeah, so then they put this total in here. And I'm going to pop it up right on the screen. So it says, one day at Universal Studios, $21.79 for breakfast. That was at the Wendy's. $27 for parking. $19.16 for drink. But that drink was a refill that all 4, y'all got saying, y'all sharing saliva. Y'all 4 could drink out of it. We have done it. I haven't gone to Universal Studios, but I have gone to Disney World. And yes, we did all drink from the same thing because it was too expensive. We may have had 2, but we're talking about, I got 4 siblings. We're talking about 5, 6, 7. We're talking about 7, 8 people, y'all. Okay. I think my granny came one time. So we're talking about 7 to 9 people. Okay. We're good. Okay. So yeah, we're going to share that drink. We're going to share that meal. Okay. You didn't want to do that. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, you're going to be paying a little bit more. All right. So it said lunch was $62.79. Souvenir, which was that Harry Potter book, was $42.60. Which was your souvenir, boo. Okay, let's not even trip. The ice cream, which was $19.76. Coffee was $4.25. Dinner, $36.39. I believe they said that was at the Burger King. And then you said your tickets were $483.66, and your fast passes was $396, almost $400, and you have a total of $1,113.40. Well, here's the thing. One, it is Universal Studios. Okay, this is Disney World. All right, that's essentially what it is. You're paying those kind of Disney World prices over there. All right, you're paying more for this kind of stuff, you know. So it's like you're getting mad over something that you knew. I mean, this kind of stuff costs a lot of money. All right, it just does. I mean, and that's how they do it. That's how they get away with all this stuff, because they're like, okay, we can upcharge these people. You know, we got a lot of people who's coming from overseas. You know, they're worth it. You know, they can handle the cash. All right. So it's not that big of a deal. So it's like you're getting mad over something that you should have, one, done your research on already. And two, you should have saved up. You came all the way from the UK to US, and then you're like, man, this stuff is expensive. Ooh, that's pricey. Ooh. Well, stay in the UK then. There's plenty of places that you could go to. Disney World. And for me, like I said, I've gone to Disney World with my family when I was younger. I think we went 3 times, and one time was SeaWorld that we went to, okay? And I mean, the first time was great. You know, I'm young. I'm like, oh, it's so much fun. It's cool. I'm with Goofy and all that. Second time was nice. I was like, oh, it's nice. Third time, I was like, we went to Epcot, and Epcot was, I wasn't digging it. Let me just say, I was not having fun. I mean, I wouldn't say I wasn't having fun, but it wasn't as great as the other 2 experiences were, you know? So that's just what that was for me. And I was just like, Epcot is kind of, I don't know. And in SeaWorld, I'm a shark fanatic. Okay. I love sharks. Went to the shark area. They had like 2 to 3 sharks in there. I think it was like 3 sharks. And I was like, this is it. I mean, I wasn't expecting like a great white or a frilled shark or anything, which by the way is my favorite shark, but I wasn't expecting any of that. But I was just like, wow, this is like, I don't know, it's a little underwhelming. You know, we did get to see like, you know, the whale show when I think it was the whales or dolphins. But you know, I mean, that was fun and everything, but a lot of it was just like, okay, this is overpriced. It's very congested. It's a lot of people here, you know, it's hot, and I'm like, the people getting lost, and I'm like, I'm not a huge fan of it, you know? So for me, I wouldn't do that again, just because, you know, I'm just not a huge fan. I'm not a person that likes to get on rides. I get severe motion sickness, so that's also not something for me. Your kids like going on rides. Cool. You pay for the tickets, but now, I mean, you got your fast passes. You didn't have to do that. You could have gone on some of these rides. I remember we used to go on the teacups. We used to go on, it wasn't like these extreme rides, you know what I mean? We just didn't go on those kind of big rides like that. And that's perfectly fine. You know, what this lady could have done was just going on those shorter rides. You're going on these rides where you got an hour wait, hour and a half wait. And you're like, man, this is a ripoff. I can't believe they had me doing it. It's like, you could have just not gone on those rides. You could have gone over here to these rides. Or if you want to split, have, like I said, if you got one person, you know, you and whatever kid get the fast pass, and y'all could go over here, and y'all would just have to split. If it's that big of a deal, have your man and the other son wait in line over here, and then you meet up with them as they're approaching the front of the line. You could have done something like that, and people do that stuff all the time, so don't even come over here, you know. So you could have done something like that, but no, You didn't want to do that. You want to get fast pass for everybody. Now everybody got a fast pass. And then it's like, now you're mad. Man, I had to pay $400. I mean, but I got a 6-year-old, but the other kid ain't 6. You ain't 6. Your husband ain't 6. That 6-year-old would have had to wait. That's what that is. Or we ain't getting on the ride. That's how it was for us. I don't know. Everyone's brought up differently, but for us, it was like, okay, you want to act a fool. Okay, you could act a fool. We could just leave. How would you like that? That would have straightened them up real quick. Okay, because that's how we were. You know, it wasn't. You know, if it was a long wait, we're not $400 so we could get in the front. We ain't doing that. But those are my thoughts and opinions on this. I just seen this thing pop up on my feed and I'm like, what's going on? Everyone's talking about it and everything. But let me know, would you do that? Like she said, I don't care how old the kid is. I'm not paying $400 so that we could all now get it, you know. But do you think that she could have cut some costs, or do you think that everything she did was how it should have been, and then this is just the price? I think she went off pretty, I wouldn't say cheap, but I would say more affordable for the amount of people that she had. Because it wasn't like this was 1 or 2 people. This was 4 people, y'all. But those are my thoughts and opinions. And until then.